Hi guys, welcome to the Clover Academy. Last session we have seen how to integrate Apache Camel with Springboot microservices. Now we are going to integrate the same thing, microservices, Springboot microservice, but we are going to use RabbitMQ. We are reading the message from RabbitMQ, publishing the message from RabbitMQ console, and via Apache Camel router we are receiving the message and we are seeing that. Let's get into the session, guys. Thank you for watching. Guys, last video we have discussed about Apache integration framework, and we have built it, microservice A and microservice B, and how we connected. We are passing that through router. We are just calling the microservice A is calling microservice B, right? So that use cases we have seen it, and the file transfer we have seen it. Now we are going to, since we have already done the setup, on top of that we are going to call the RabbitMQ. uh, just RabbitMQ publish the message, and that message will receive by microservice A, and then microservice A will pass that message, transfer the message to the queue, RabbitMQ queue, and then microservice B will receive that queue through router. Another router we build in microservice B, which will receive the value from the RabbitMQ, right? That is the use case we are going to work on it now. First, actually, so I'm going to just there are two microservice last session we have built, right? So it will remain same. So the route I commented the existing logics. I'm going to an implemented method. So here, before that we need to see the dependency. We have added along a couple of dependency, right, for camel, Apache Camel. So for that we have added these many dependencies. Along with that we are adding the one more dependency called camel spring RabbitMQ started. All are same version, number is same version. So we have added this dependency as well, right, to connect the RabbitMQ server, right? So RabbitMQ we can install in multiple ways. We can install Docker, or we can install local download and then start that, or you can use the Kubernetes cluster. But since it's a local, I have installed RabbitMQ, downloaded the zip file, and then unzip that, so that I'm starting that, and then starting the RabbitMQ. Let's say I'm going to here, I'm going to start the RabbitMQ class path already set, so that set that, and then I'm going to start RabbitMQ server start. It will start the RabbitMQ broker. It will start the RabbitMQ broker. Now if we go here and start, this will take some time. So yeah, it's passing. So guest is the user ID password. Okay, it's just log into that, and then I'm going to create a queue. New queue we can create. So all the existing queues are there. So I'm going to create a new queue. Okay, to post the message. Queue name is required. So we'll create cloud food uh, camel queue, cloud for camel queue. We name it cloud for camel queue. We created the queue, right? Queue is created, cloud for camel queue. Now I'm going to add the router. I just include this config methods automatically created. I'm going to add this to logs to routers. I am going to include the routers. So first router is from RabbitMQ, and then to transfer to RabbitMQ. So this router is receiving the message from RabbitMQ and then transfer the message, right? And then I'm going to here and copy this queue, RabbitMQ cloud for queue. I'm just copying this queue because currently it's a different queue, so I'm just going to copy this queue. Queue name I changed it. So receive the message from RabbitMQ and then transfer the message, right? This is a use case. And then I'm going to microservice B. I'm going to create a router. So class microservice B router. I just created like this router, and I'm going to extends router. Sorry, router. It will come router. Route builder. So include this unimplemented method, include the configure method, override that. So this is the same thing, like I'm just going to here, I just created this two logic I have added. So like this router will receive the message from the RabbitMQ. Already we posted, right? This message will receive the RabbitMQ and it will display the message. So that is the use case I have done. It's a very simple use case, right? Actually, microservice A, we are publishing the message from RabbitMQ management console, and then microservice A will transfer the message to microservice B, right? So B will receive the message and display that, right? Yeah. And so if you see this logic, it receive the queue and then post the message to the again transfer the message to the queue, right? It could call the REST API from microservice B also, but I'm just posting the queue directly. So like receiving the message from queue and then post the message send via REST API, that also we can do, but I'm just doing this way, right? So I'm just doing this way and sending again queue, and then microservice B router will receive the message and then display that. So there are multiple ways we can do, but I'm just doing the very simple way and I'm doing that. So and then we have added a microservice B also, we have added the dependency RabbitMQ cluster, right? RabbitMQ starter, this dependency, new dependency. So the previous video we have added all these dependencies and it was working. And now I'm going to publish the message. So I'm going to start this microservice A and then I'm going to call microservice B as well. A is started, let's see. Yeah, microservice A is started, a router is started, saying router, simple, and then microservice B I'm going to start, microservice B. Microservice B I'm going to start. Yeah, microservice B is started. Now I'm going to publish the message. Queue name, I think we need to change the queue. Microservice B, the router. Queue is not this queue, we have to change the queue name. Cloud host, this is the queue. Queue name, and I'm stopping microservice B and restarting that. Starting the microservice B. Yeah, I'm just I think it started, router is created. Now I'm going to publish the message. Now this is the queue, going to publish the message. Hello Cloud 4 Academy students. So just simple message I'm publishing. Message queue is empty, sorry. I publish the message. Message is published. Hello Cloud Academy. Yeah, message is published, and we can go and see the console. Yeah, received message from ignoring RabbitMQ. Connection route, received message unknown channel, ignore it. Cloud for data from data from RabbitMQ, hello Cloud for Academy students is receiving that, right? So message is receiving. So this is a message. This is actually microservice B, not microservice B. Microservice B is not receiving. Microservice A is received. Sorry, we'll see microservice A. Microservice A is received. So now what we will do is microservice A, we will restart it, and then a router will send that, right? So we need a restart. So I'm just restarting that. Let's see what will happen. The router has to send the data. So now it's not receiving. So what is happening is router is started. Now we can go to microservice B. Microservice B has to be received. It's not receiving. We have to annotate the component. We have forgot to annotate component. So if router is implemented, that component has to be annotated component. Sorry, that's why it's not working. So I'm just going to restart the microservice B. Okay, let us see microservice B. I'm going to start microservice B. I'm going to start. So now microservice B started, router is started, but not receiving any messages, right? So I'm going to see microservice A. I'm just stopping and then restarting that. Microservice A. I'm restarting that. Starting the server microservice A. Now microservice A is started. We will see microservice B now. Microservice B. This is microservice B. Now I'm going to publish the message. Hello world. Let's say hello world. Publish the message. Now I publish the message. You can see the log. See, data is received. Microservice A is received a message. Microservice B is received. Data is received from microservice A. RabbitMQ microservice A. Hello world. Hello world is displayed. If you see microservice A, see nothing is displayed. So it's transfer the message to microservice B, right? You can see like that. You can receive the message from RabbitMQ or ActiveMQ. Yeah, what I showed is a simple simple use cases. Like that you can try multiple source and destination like S3 bucket, or you can transfer to ActiveMQ or Kafka. So Kafka messaging system. So any of the messaging framework or any of the source and destination, we can use that, right? So this is a way we can integrate the messaging framework. So that's messaging framework. So this document is clearly state that which are the services we can use that, right? See, there are many of them. See, scroll down service, servlet, SFTP, Spring Batch, Spring Bash, Spring JDBC, LDAP. There are multiple things we can integrate it. Okay. Thank you for watching and listening. We are looking forward to join your Cloud for Academy.